because that'll speak a bit of what I'm doing now.
Thanks, Andy. And thanks, as Max said, thanks to all of you for being here today. My name's Nathan McMillan. I'm the Executive Director of the People's Party of Canada. People say, what does an Executive Director do? My job is to help guys like Andy, help our teams on the ground, help volunteers actually realize change at the ballot box. So many Canadians, they're starting to wake up. They're starting to feel disenfranchised with the way our political system is working. And that's the first step. It's, as Max said, talking to people, talking about the issues, waking people up so they don't feel alone. Why can't my kid get a job at Tim Hortons? Why are we bringing in temporary foreign workers when there's not enough housing or healthcare or a variety of resources? People start questioning and then they start looking for answers. And so conversations are the first step that people need to take. The next step after you've had those conversations, after you have started to get informed, is to find like-minded individuals. And, I got to commend everyone here tonight. You guys are in that group. You understand the trajectory that this country is on, the way that our country is moving and largely in the wrong direction on a variety of different issues. We can see it when you go to the grocery store and food prices are out of control. Politicians talk about, hey, we got to do something about food prices, and they start pointing fingers at grocery chains. And I heard the city of Toronto just passed, they're going to have city-mandated grocery stores. They passed that yesterday. They start coming up with solutions instead of actually looking at the problems that are creating this. And in our view, one of those is supply management. If anybody's heard of that issue, basically, it's a law that ensures that the cost of food stays high so that we can enrich big dairy producers, so we can enrich big, well-lobbied, moneyed interests on the backs and at the expense of everyday Canadians. That's just one issue. Max talked about immigration. We're talking about DEI, how teachers are telling your kids that maybe your child's born in the wrong body. They're telling your kids this. And then worse, they're saying, don't tell your parents what's going on in the classroom. That is absolutely egregious. And so when people hear these things, they say, I got to do something about this. How can I get involved? The way we affect change is electorally. Talking to neighbors is good. Organizing, having events and rallies, those are good too. But at the end of the day, if we don't have somebody elected to Parliament, if we don't have somebody elected to the provincial legislature, elected at our municipal councils who can actually stand up and vote down these laws, push back against these things, then we can yell till we're blue in the face. Nothing is going to change. We need to affect change at the ballot box. And so that's what my job is, to help make sure that that's a reality.